Welcome to You Can Emerge Positive. Thank you for joining me today. I am so grateful that you are here. I'm Deanne Lewis. I'm the mindset coach, and I cannot wait to share with you today what we're going to talk about, which is about family, time, and presence. See, I have this all like really heavily on my mind because this week is my grandmother's birthday, and I can't even believe I'm going to say this out loud, but oh my God, people. 105. She is turning 105. I can't even believe it myself, truly. She's an amazing woman. And so I've really been thinking about traditions and rituals and time and presence because presence and time are so intricately woven and really important to think about. So, we're going to have a short episode today. I want to get you in and out quickly as I always try to because time is so darn important. But I want you to be able to leave today with something that you can apply to your life right now and actually start seeing improvements. And so today we're going to talk about presence primarily because of this. I mean, when you think about life and time, everything is constantly in motion. Everything is moving around. People are getting married. People are having babies. There are new chapters of life beginning all over the place. And then there's shifting friendships and us getting older. I mean, it's just this constant change. And honestly, we normally don't realize that we're in the good old days until we're behind it, right? I mean, I remember I had this amazing job with a group of people that at the time I knew was great, but I had no idea just how good until it was done. And I was in a different group and they were in different groups. And now I look back on that time and say, oh my gosh, that was so special. And I know that you have something in your life that you feel that way about too. So today we're going to talk about what it looks like to be present on purpose and not purpose, not like perfectly, by the way, and not with guilt, just with intention, because time will keep moving. But you and I do have the choice to wake up within it, right? To wake up and be present. And we live in a culture where we are not doing that as a whole, right? Everyone is buried in technology, they're buried in their phones, they are anything but present. But it is so important. So I want to just talk about it for a little bit. Let's just dive in right away. Because again, time is of the essence. So, birthdays. It's my grandmother's birthday week. Some birthdays are really all about the cake. They are all about the celebration. Other birthdays, well, they're more about reflection and clarity. And I think as we roll into midlife and beyond, it really becomes more about the reflection and clarity because life at that point really puts time into perspective. I mean, it reminds us time is real, that time is moving. And whether we want it to or not, it is continuing on and on. And there's nothing we can do about it. When you look around, you can feel it. Kids are growing up. By the way, I think kids are like the strongest marker of time. They are such a barometer of where we are and how quickly it's going by. But another one is your parents growing older or friendships shifting, families changing, whole new chapters beginning. I mean, they're all showing you the growth and change and forward motion of time. It's almost like time is tapping you on the shoulder and saying, hey, pay attention. This matters. And it does matter. We just forget about it. We're not paying attention, right? So when I was 24, I had my first big move of my life. I got married and then I moved across country from Michigan to Las Vegas, of all places. And it wasn't my idea originally to make that move or to even come up with that idea of leaving Michigan. But when my fiance at the time mentioned it, I jumped on board because I thought, I've never been outside of Michigan. This could be a great adventure. And I am so glad that I went. Like, I would never change that now. And that decision changed my life in so many ways, many ways. But one of them, of course, is that it took me away from friends and family. And when I first got to Las Vegas, it was really hard. I missed my family, I missed my friends, and I just missed the familiarity of of being home. And and I also missed all of the celebrations, right? All of the milestone birthdays and all of the fun and all of the get-togethers. Like it's impossible to be included and be present in all of those if you live across the country or the world. And so it does make me wonder sometimes what my life would have looked like if I hadn't moved. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just we make trade-offs, right? For me, I know it was the right move. But maybe if you've done a move, maybe if you've ever considered this, I don't know if you have, but maybe you wish you hadn't. Maybe you wish you had spent more time with these people of your friends or your family. For me, definitely a trade-off for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. And I miss my family, especially my grandmother right now. 105 people, 105. The family patterns and traditions that we pick up, like my grandmother, when she was younger, and raising her family, Sundays was the family day. Like, period, end of story. It was guaranteed. You didn't even have to ask or think about it. Sunday was family day. And my parents replicated that in my childhood. And now my husband and I are replicating that in our parenthood to our kid. So it's really interesting the rituals and the traditions that we connect to and pass on. Even if you live across the country like I do, it's still very much a part of us and it shapes us. Like it or not, we're all the outcome of our family's upbringing. I mean, it creates our set of beliefs, it creates our perceptions of life, it creates how we go through life and how we think about it. Our parents and grandparents, extended family and coaches and teachers, they help mold the ideas and our traditions and even, our beliefs, which are incredibly important, which I talk about a lot. But our beliefs do dictate our thoughts, our words, and our actions, which is creating our life. Unless we consciously choose to change that programming that we've been given through our family, well, we often repeat that similar life. Even if we're living away, like I said, it's very easy just to kind of move forward with those rituals, with those thought patterns, and with those traditions. Now, I also want to say this very clearly. Not everyone has a family situation that feels safe or connected. Some people live far away, like me. Some people have parents who are already gone. Some have families with big rifts. And some people choose distance, well, for their own well-being. And that is all okay. There's no judgment here. The point is just simply awareness of what you are choosing to take with you in your future. What rituals, what traditions are you moving forward with? And why they matter. Like I said, my husband and I do Sunday family day kind of as a natural thing because we both were raised that way. But the other really big thing that we do that is truly our anchor is our nightly family dinner. We have family dinner every single night without question. It is almost always homemade. And it is so important to both of us because it grounds us in our day. We don't allow phones at the table. It is all about face-to-face, eye contact communication, and we talk about things. Sometimes it's about our day, sometimes it's about world events, sometimes it's about our future. It doesn't matter, but we're connecting. And it's so, so, so important. And that's what rituals really do. I mean, they give your life a heartbeat. They give your life a heartbeat. So now let's make this practical. There are three questions I want you to sit with this week. Three easy ones. The first one is, what season of life am I in right now? Right? Are you with young kids or teens? Maybe you have empty nesting coming up, or you're dealing with aging parents, or a new career, or a new complete transition of your life. Where are you in your life right now? The second question is, who is it that I do not want to lose time with? Who is in your life that you really want to protect that time? Maybe it's family, maybe it's a specific friend, your partner, or maybe it's you. Maybe it is more me time. And the last question is, what is one way that I can show up this week? Not a grand gesture, not a big production or anything, but something that's real, something that's simple. So, what season am I in? Who am I really wanting to not lose time with? Who do you want to protect that time with? And what is one way that I can show up this week that's truly meaningful and real? Maybe it's a phone call, maybe it's game night, maybe it's a no phone hour where you're actually present, you're actually paying attention, not on your phone. Okay, so here's a 7-day challenge. It's being present on purpose. We could all use this. All of us can use this, guys. Okay, so for the next 7 days, I want you to choose one of these. It's a presence practice, and I want you to try to do it every single day. So the first, here's just some examples. One meaningful text, not logistics, but something that's like real connection. You could call someone or leave a voice memo to someone that you love. Do a 30-minute no phone window with your family. Share a meal, even if it's simple. It doesn't even have to be a meal per se. Maybe it's coffee. Do one act of attention, like eye contact, kindness, or listening. I mean, this stuff is not like rocket science. It is not difficult. It does not take a lot of time. But presence is the one thing that you can give. It's like a gift that no one else can give but you. And it is so special because it is your time that you are choosing to give to someone else. There's truly not a better gift that you could give someone besides your presence. And each night, when you go through the 7-day challenge, I want you to think to yourself, today I was present when I usually would have been rushed or distracted. Really give yourself time to reflect on where you were intentionally present and how did you feel? What was the outcome of that? Life is in constant motion. We can't stop it. We can't slow it down, but we can wake up inside it. So be present to your life. Be present to the people that you care about. Be present to your kids. Be present to your partner or spouse. Be present to your parents and grandparents. Happy birthday, Grandma. Be present to your words. Be present to your actions. Be present in how you choose to show up because it is a choice. Your life is going to be as long as it's going to be. Maybe you'll live past 100 like my grandmother, or maybe not. But living fully with vibrant health, with purpose, with meaning, well, that's a choice. And that is something that we are all here to do, that we all can do. We can choose to create a life with meaning and purpose, one that we love, one that we love. So go out there and do it. Remember, you can emerge positive. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you next Wednesday.